this is a German role-playing game. And for those of you who don't know anything about it, it is essentially Sleepy Hollow. I mean, it reminds me very much of Sleepy Hollow. Well, it takes place a little earlier in 1733, whereas Sleepy Hollow is set at the turn of the 18th to the 19th century. And of course, it's not set in Germany, but basically, here we have people with pistols trying to track down witches and kill them. So that's what you guys are. You are witch hunters. And I got this box. It retails at 50 euros. And it is a beautiful box. I love box sets. I wish they did more because they're just something nice to look at. I have no idea what's in here because I didn't order it. There's a story to this. This is not my order, but I'm getting to keep it and I'm getting to do an unboxing. So thank you very much, Ulisses Spiele, for giving this to me. So first of all, we've got baggies. This is like a board game. We've got a CD. Wow, I don't know when I saw a CD for the last time, a physical CD with the soundtrack on it. Okay, now this is interesting. I have no idea which side is up because it's not printed. We'll see. I do have a CD player. We've got dice. Now, this game comes with custom dice. You can play it with normal D6s, but it's a lot easier if you have the custom dice because there are different symbols on the dice and they tell a different story every time you roll them. So let's see. I've seen these before because I have a set of dice already. And they look kind of a little bit nondescript, so they have weird colors, but that's supposed to be the case because the idea is that, you know, this is essentially gunpowder, you know. So you've got the blue dice, whoops, and I dropped one already. Ugh. And you've got a yellow die and a red die, and you've got light blue. So these ones and these ones are also different. And I've no idea what the different symbols mean because I have never played the game. We were talking about playing it, and of course the lighting is now quite bad, so you can't really tell them apart, but if this was properly lit, you would be able to tell them apart. So, and they are a little bit smaller than your normal D6s that you would get with Yahtzee boxes, but they're very, very nice. Then we've got standees because this comes with it's a little bit like Pathfinder. It comes up with the cutout things. You've got a small screen for the game master. So you've got states that people can have, how fighting works, how to run NSCs, how to create NSCs, so that's very helpful. And of course on the reverse you have the emblem, so it's the raven and it says HeXXen, so it's German for witches, 1733. And it is actually very evocative. I really like this. So we'll just put all of this into the box. Then we've got the tools of the Witcher. It basically explains the background to the world. So it tells you about it's Baroque. It's the European era of Baroque. It tells you about religion. So Martin Luther. And this is interesting because it's kind of like a side story. So it's not our timeline because here it says when Martin Luther supposedly nailed his 95 theses to the door of the castle church in Wittenberg in 1517. We know that this is not the case. It was 1496, I want to say, but definitely this is a different timeline we're in. You've got Louis the 14th, the Sun King. This is Charles VI. He's a Kaiser. Emperor Friedrich Wilhelm I. Then, of course, you have this is like Prussian military as well. So you've got the grenadiers, the fusiliers, the different types of cavalry. You've got the hussars, the Cossacks, the Ulanis, the Akinji. This talks about science. So here we've got Galileo Galilei down here. So it tells you about the world, because the world is, of course, Europe in the 18th century, but a slightly different Europe in the 18th century. And, of course, a Europe where, you know, witches are real. This is probably Sanssouci, isn't it? This is Philipsburg. How people lived in the city and in the country. I really like it. I like the colors, and I love the artwork. I really love the artwork. This is beautiful. And these are now ideas for adventures. So it gives you a couple of hooks and glossy paper, and it smells really lovely. Yes, I smell my books. And here you've got possible antagonists, and they have been altered so that you can see how to make different antagonists. This is the adventure book. So this contains 4 short scenarios for hunters, so that's what they're called. The PCs are called hunters of low level, and they are they are made up in such a way that you can play them within 1 or at maximum 2 gaming sessions. Now, knowing myself, I'm very bad at running one-shots. I always fail, and if you don't, like me, know the system, this is probably going to take you a little longer, but I could imagine, you know, running this with a group of people. And again, I mean, just look at the artwork. I really have to zoom in because I like this kind of art. I mean, I'm not sure about the gaming system itself because I haven't played it and I haven't read it, but I just love the art, and I'm really kind of like, this is something that needs to get played. So let's see what else is in the box, because it doesn't stop there. There is more. Wait, there is more. Okay, so this is a wanted letter. It's a handout, obviously. There is more, and the paper feels are so exquisite. Oh, it's brilliant. I would probably laminate those, though, because I would copy them and laminate them and keep the originals. This is an NSC reference sheet, so basically you put in the information. So here we've got tokens. They are quite thin. I'll say that. It's very thin. Here we've got a map of Europe, l'Europe, avant la grande inondation. Okay, so apparently, if my French isn't completely off, this means this is Europe before the Great Inundation. So apparently in the lore, which I'm not familiar with, Europe was inundated. So we've got the Mer du Nord, here we've got Britain, we've got Ireland over here, this is where I live. And here is Central Europe, Norway, Sweden, Finland, if it was Finland at that time, Denmark, the Baltic Sea, North Sea, Mediterranean, Italy. And on the reverse side, the same in German. And then we've got oh, I get it. This is a floor plan. You can put this, okay, so this is if you want to play with tactical gaming. So if you want to fight tactically, then you could put your your little standees here and say, okay, so this is where I am, this is where the enemy is, and you turn it over and you see an outdoor, whoops, an outdoor, I'm just going to zoom out, whoops, it's an outdoor scenery. There's some water here, there's a river, kind of like a, yeah, I'm not sure what I'm seeing here and if this is upside down. Possibly a swamp over here, some stones. This almost looks like a horse's head, a skeletal horse's head. And wood. So if you were to basically use the standees to, I mean, interestingly enough, there is no, I don't know how they do movement because there's no grid. So I have no idea how they would do it, or if you would have to get out a measuring tape. I doubt that this would be the case because that would be too tabletop-y. I think most people would not want that. But I have no idea how movement works, so I would have to figure this out. So this is the tools of the Witcher box. It's lovely, I really like it, and I like the fact that you could actually use this and out of the box with, you know, you need the basic rulebook. Without the rulebook, you can't play this. But you've got a couple of adventures that you can play. You've got enough background and a couple of hooks to teach you the lore as well. And of course, it's always nice to have dice. And this is a really nice DM screen, standees, the miniatures, or well, the cutouts, and of course a CD. Now, that's something else. That's something I didn't, well, I mean, this is brilliant. This is brilliant. I leave this out because then I can try and play it later. So, this was the unboxing of the Tools of the Witcher for HeXXen 1733, a German role-playing game published by Ulisses Spiele. It retails at €49.95, and thanks again to Ulisses for gifting me this. I didn't expect it, and I'm very glad that I got it because I have had the rulebook for almost a year now. But we never got round to doing anything with it. But now that I've got this, you know, and Christmas is just around the corner, and that's a time when you want to play stuff with witches in it. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this unboxing, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.